All right, today we're going to be looking at a little simple application I put together to explore LLM function calls and what they can do. So when we enter our news chat application, we're greeted this little welcome message. We can ask the question about, the current events of the day. And so one of the common issues with language models is that they don't have access to current information and they're not able to take action in the quote unquote real world. And function calls basically solve that problem and are kind of the first step down this path of like agentic behavior. And so the way it works is when a user makes a request like that, the LLM has two options. It can either respond directly to the user with what it already knows, or it's provided with these optional functions that it can call. And if it feels like one of those functions would be useful in providing additional context for the user's question, it can generate a function call. And so in this case, when we asked this question about current events, what happened was the model recognized this and it opted to call a function. And so it generated a function call with these specific keywords. And what we do then, and this is a common misconception, is the LLM is not executing that function. It's just generating a function call. And then we on the application layer are taking that function call, and in this case, executing it against this Google News API to go ahead and retrieve the information the LLM is requesting. And the way the LLM knows how to interact with those functions is pretty simple. We just describe what those functions look like. So in this case, we have two functions. The model can either get news by keyword, or it can get topic headlines, or it can get headlines by a specific topic. In this case, it's opted to get news by keyword. And so in those functions, we're just describing like, hey, this is what this thing does, and here's the parameters so that it knows, hey, here's how I should generate my function call so it's a proper executable. When we recognize that, we go ahead and we execute it. And so what you see then is the model is going to generate this response, right? But what's really cool is because we executed a call for the model against that API, we can actually we can cite the exact sources that the model went ahead and used when answering this question. So all of these things are real sources that we can click on. We want to dive deeper and check out the article and see kind of where the LLM is grounding its answer. We can go ahead and ask a follow-up question. And we get back a response. And so in this case, we asked this follow-up question, and the model felt it didn't have enough information previously, so it went out and it generated another function call. And if we go ahead and look, we can find that. Yeah, so in this case, it called that get news keyword again, and this time it wanted the input to be these Gaza power outages as the keywords. And it was able to do that and then pull in an extra two articles and generate an answer that gives us a little more depth on that question. And so that's just a quick intro, simple app as an intro to LLM functions.